Hi, welcome to Hey Charlena, my new channel where I am on a mission to create my own peace, and I hope I can inspire you to do the same. It is New Year's Eve, and I am so happy to put 2025 behind me. If you watched my first two videos, you know that I went to jail last year and I was on house arrest for the majority of this year. I've actually been on house arrest since March, and I have 2 more weeks before I get off this ankle bracelet and I'm able to go outside and try not to drop my laptop. But anywho, oh Lord, wait, what time is it? It's 10 minutes to midnight. Oh my God, I gotta hurry up. I gotta hurry up. So I have tried repeatedly to film this video and I'm not good at this. And I'm trying so hard to like be a YouTuber. So that's like one of my goals for next year. But it's not been going all that great. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep trying. And I wanted to share with you the 5 things that I am leaving in 2025. So number 5, negative thinking. I put in my notes, negative thinking leads to negative feeling. I think we all know that. So when it's like the social media algorithms, when you look at a video, the algorithm feeds you the same types of videos. So if you look at something negative, it feeds you something negative. If you look at something positive, it feeds you something positive. If you look at like funny church videos, it feeds you funny church videos. If you look at animal videos, which I look at a lot of animal videos, it feeds me animal videos. But I admit that I have been really getting tied up in all of the political drama that has been going on with us, and it sort of kind of feeds the fear. And when you're feeling like that, it is really hard to move forward. It's really hard to have hope. And so I am definitely for 2025 getting rid of that negative thinking, not letting a lot of what I see influence me. And hopefully that'll make me feel lighter and be able to move on a little bit smoother. So number 4, negative input. That is the same as watching all of that negative thinking, all the social media. I love my mom. Mom, I love you, but my mother calls me and she tells me who died, who had a funeral, who's sick, who went to jail, and I'm like, I answer the phone like, hello, and she talks and talks and talks and talks, and by the time I hang up, I'm like, oh my God. And then I call my daughter and I tell her everything my mother said, and then I put her in that negative space. So negative input, we do have to be aware about what's going on. We need to know what's going on politically. We need to know what's going on in our neighborhoods. We need to know what's going on in our surroundings. But we also need to protect ourselves psychologically. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I think that I probably will just kind of scroll for maybe 10-20 minutes a day and then really cut myself off so that I don't get wrapped up in that that negative loop. All right. Number 3, and it's like 7 minutes to midnight. I have been trying to film this video all night, so I'm gonna hurry up. Number 3, caring what people think. This is a big one for me because I am the bad guy in quite a few people's story. And the funny thing is I've never set out to be that way. I don't know. I just am, and I don't like it, and I feel bad. But I mean, you can't spend the rest of your life caring what people think about you. And I think that I spent a lot of my life, it's just like so hard to explain. I spent a lot of my life trying to make sure that I was a good person, that I took care of people, like I helped when I could. And then the last couple of years, it's just been bad. And so, um, I guess I stepped sort of out of my true self. Or maybe it was my true self. I don't know. Anyway, when I can talk to you more about it, I will. But you can't care what people think, because people are going to think great of you if they think you're great. People are going to think bad of you if they think you're bad. But I mean, who really cares? I did, but now I don't. All right. Number 2, my aversion to exercise. So in 2019, 2020, I was really like making time to go to the gym. I would go 2, 3, 4 times a week. A lot of times I would go at night so that there weren't that many people in there. I went to classes. And then when COVID happened, I stopped going. And I'm 54. Like I just turned 54, and things are like sagging, and I'm not as strong as I used to be. And so I don't really care to go to the gym. I don't really like exercising. I've been doing a lot of stuff here with the baby because she jumps around and stuff. And I know that I need to move in order to keep my health in a place where I want it to be. I want to be able to travel some more. I want to be able to do things. And so in order to do that, I used to have a supervisor that said, in order to get energy, you need to give energy. And so I am leaving my aversion to that in 2025. And so I will definitely be trying to exercise more. And then number one is being an introvert. Doing these videos, it's painful for me. I will be honest. I do not like public speaking. I didn't like it when I was in school. I didn't like it when I was at work. I would do it only when I absolutely had to. And it got a little bit easier as I took on different roles and I started to do different things. But I have literally jumped out of a plane. I have been to a country recovering from war where there were literally bombed out buildings, and we had a briefing about staying away from certain areas because there are landmines. And I have been in jail twice, and I still rate public speaking on my number one thing that I don't even know if it's a fear anymore, but I do not like it. And so I am leaving that in 2025 because I have to figure out this YouTube stuff. So I just wanted to come on and say that I am going to keep trying. I know this is not the smoothest video. My audio is messed up. I had recorded twice and it didn't work out. I'm looking at myself and, I need a little bit more lift. I had gloves on because my nails aren't done. But this is me. And I think that I'm like, the great thing about middle age is that you finally accept yourself for who you are. And that's a good thing. And so what I'll be taking into 2026 is embracing that and trying to do a little bit better for myself, and hoping that I can also inspire other people to just be real, to love yourself, and to do as best you can, because life is short and any day you wake up is a good day. And no matter what happened in the past, no matter how bad of a day you had, you can always have a better day. And so that is what I want to pass on, and that is what I hope to inspire next year, not only for myself, but for other people. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting through this painful video. Like literally, I don't know how many times I've recorded this, but it is a few minutes from midnight. And so I will say Happy New Year. And I'm going to run upstairs and bring in the new year with my family. So I hope to see you again in the next video. Thank you so much. Mwah. Talk to you later. Have a good night and a happy 2026. Bye.